What's up, pilots? We're out at the field this morning, so I wanted to show you guys a couple of my airplanes. This one here, this is the Arttec AT-6 Texan, and I did this one in the Navy scheme that my father flew back in the 50s in Pensacola when he was a naval aviator. So this was his tail number, one of the airplanes that he flew out of Pensacola. Now, the original yellow livery for this plane was in U.S. Air Force scheme, so I stripped that off, and these are homemade decals. Today we'll be flying this one, and also another airplane. I want to show you that too. Along with the Navy SNJ, we're going to be flying this one. This is the original ParkZone S.E.5a. Neither of these planes are available anymore, so we'll be real careful with them, and we'll try not to crash them today. Well, without further ado, let's get these two planes in the air. I think we'll start with the S.E.5a, seeing as how the weather's nice and calm right now, and we'll go from there. So we'll catch you in the air. All right, first up this morning we've got the ParkZone S.E.5a. I'm going to attempt to take off here on the only patch of flat dirt I have. Whoa! There we go. Had to get her up high to avoid that fence post, but she's flying now. So this plane really likes it when it's calm, no breeze, which that's what we have today. I'm gonna walk out into the field here, give myself a little more room. So today we're flying this on a 1300 graphene 3S battery, which it really CGs perfectly in this plane. So you can put up to a 2200 if they're small enough, but I've done that, and I really like the way the plane handles the lighter battery, so I stick with the 1300. And the graphene's heavier than a typical 1300, so that's perfect. It just CGs perfectly. So this model you can't get anymore, so I try to baby it as much as I can. It's been repaired a couple of times in its lifetime, but seems to fly fine. We just make simple passes here. There's a slight breeze coming from this direction, so whoa, more than a slight, I guess. Yeah, it does get thrown around a little bit in the breeze, so that's why I like to take it out when it's calm out. They've put in more obstacles for me here at the field with the fencing now for the outfield of the ballpark, and of course the solar panels here. Yeah, we'll bring it in here, see if I can. So the trick to landing this is to keep airflow over the, we're going to keep airflow over the elevator. So I'm switching my rates down. We're going to drop the,
5, 4, 3, 2.
And we're down successfully. Alright, so in a nutshell, what I did was I have my elevator rates on high to bring it in. And that way I can have more elevator authority. And I keep a little bit of power on. When it lands, I give it a little power and full elevator up, and it tends to drop the tail and keep the tail planted until the plane comes to a stop. So I keep power on, keep a slight airflow blowing over the top of the elevator. All right, so a nice successful landing. All right, next up is the SNJ. We're flying this today on a 3S 2200 battery, graphene battery. All right, we're gonna take off. So we give her a little punch to get her rolling on this grass. Grass is a little wet still. So what we want to do is give it a little punch. We want to start out with full elevator and get it rolling, and then basically you ease back on the elevator, and she'll take off on her own when she's ready. That's the trick to getting this bird off the ground safely. I know a lot of people have had trouble with this plane, but it really does fly nice. So let's go. So we'll get her rolling and just ease on the gas, and off she goes. So now we're up. We got the gear up. Bring it back to half throttle. And this plane This plane's got all the power in the world with the way it's set up right now. So we'll come around. All right. Nice and smooth. So this plane likes a little bit of rudder in the turns, but not a whole lot. You don't need to really crank it. Now that I really cranked the rudder around, and you could tell it did a flat turn there. But I love this airplane because of the power on a 3S 2200. It's got, you can do anything you want with it. We'll go vertical. Bring in. There, I dropped the throttle down to about a quarter there, coming out of that. Bring it back up to about 60%. Bring it back around. We'll do a half Cuban 8 here. We'll go up and over and roll it down. There we go. And you can do that all day with this plane. All right, we bring the gear down. We check it. And I think we're gonna land this way because actually, we'll go around. The wind changed directions a little bit, but we're gonna be okay. Got kind of a cross breeze now. Well, actually, no. Now the wind's in the total opposite direction. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the flights today. We had some great weather. The two airplanes did really well. We got them down safely. and we always like to do that. So, so we'll see you guys next time.